Now, if you're a contractor or a home service-based business, this video is for you. Today, we're diving into the concept of websites. Nowadays, there's several different views on websites, whether even if you need one, how to create one, how the layout should be. In this video, we're going to talk about all of that. Now, overall, the biggest thing that you need to remember is that your website is often the first impression that you make to a prospect. In this video, we're going to look at a few different websites and see what really is that deciding factor, whether a client will reach out to you or somebody else. All right, so we're going to play a little game here. We're going to look at a few different websites and we're going to go through what makes them good, what makes them bad, and overall how to just improve your website, or if you need help, feel free to reach out. So here nowadays, whenever somebody searches something online, this will pop up first, which is a map of their local area. So what it's going to show them is it's going to show how many reviews that they have, their website, and then directions to whatever their location is. We can press on more businesses here. What that will take you to is, if you notice, if you do press on this, it will show you over here all these different companies. All of them have websites. They all have different information. So we're just going to take a look at a few of them. So I already pulled up a few, and in some cases, honestly, some of these websites here, if you press on them, they'll give you something like this to where you don't even have a website. Town Square is something, it's a company that provides websites, and how they're set up is if you stop paying their fee, they take down your website, you don't get one anymore. So a lot of the times these links, you don't even find a website. So here's another one. This is the first page that you'll see, and as you can tell, it's not really creating that relational type of content. There's a stock photo, there's really nothing about the company, and it's just not really that visually appealing. There's not as many CTAs. So CTAs in this space are called call to actions. So you want to have as many of those as possible as you can on your website. Something that we'll always refer back to is you pretty much want to create it so that even if your grandma was looking at your website, she would still be able to figure out how to get in contact with you. Remember, when people go onto your websites, they want to see real people, they want to see real photos, and they want to see real content of your projects. Now, something that we also recommend is definitely having video testimonials of your past clients on your website. And the first thing that you always want to have is right on the front page, right when they get there, an engaging video with your clients. So for example, we'll look at one that we recently built out. This is the first thing that you get on their website. You see a time lapse of the project that they're completing here. You see, like I was saying, several different CTAs. So you have their phone number here, you have a get a quote, you have get a free quote, and that's what you want it to look like. You want to have your nice logo, and then for here you want to have different services that you guys offer, very, very neatly organized so that prospects know exactly where to go when they're reaching out to you. And then down here, all these are several different icons that they can even press, and then it'll redirect them right to that page where they can see a project that you've recently completed, pretty much. So these are all before and afters that this client has completed. At the bottom of every single page, you're going to want to include a contact form. So this will include their name, email, phone number, city. It'll include a checkbox of what specifically they're looking to get done, and they can just press submit. You can also, something that we always recommend is to implement any social media platform that you do have. So here it's this client's Facebook page where you can see even more posts about what they're doing. Yeah, so for this client, we do all aspects of their marketing. So all these posts that you're seeing here, we're managing this entire website. We fully built out. Something else that you're definitely wanting to be implementing is integrating your Google Business profile itself. So that's something to where Google will actually recognize that your Google Business profile is linked to your website. So just having your website linked on this page isn't enough. You want to integrate it into your website. We recommend at the bottom of every single page. At the bottom, you want to have your other social medias, so like your Instagram, your Facebook, and then if we can go back to the home page here. Then for this, yeah, it's that engaging video again here. Then again, you're having CTAs everywhere of get a quote. There's another project that they built out, another project in the background here. Then you're going to want to have a spot here to where they can see all of your past projects, like everything you've ever done. So all of these are literally just photos that they can see. They can see your projects. If they have a project in mind that they're thinking about getting done, they can see here if you've done it before. And then your contact us page, that's something that you're just going to want to have, that form here. Again, contractors' websites, from what we found, is you want to make it simple but unique at the same time. So pretty much you don't want to make it too confusing when somebody gets onto your website. So we can go back to one of these websites now, and like I was saying, you come onto the page, the first thing you see is just some basic stuff. Obviously these ones are stock photos, and then here also they already have like the rates. That's something that we do not recommend at all in any way. One thing that you want to try to do is provide as much value before a client reaches out to you. So Right here, they're looking at these prices. Oh, I could just call somebody else and get a better price somewhere else. Okay, there's no even point to me reaching out to you. So it just goes to show they really just haven't spent that much time investing into their websites. And then 2 softwares that we highly recommend is this one is called Local Falcon. This will pretty much show how high your website and your Google business profile itself is ranking online. So if you go here, localfalcon.com, you can actually do a scan of your Google business profile and you can see exactly like how high you're ranking in each individual sub-city. So you can do a max of 100-mile radius depending upon where you service to, and it'll show you like right at the center, it'll show you ranking whatever your ranking in is, and then outside of that, it'll show how fast your rankings dropped. So in this area, literally just a couple miles, north, it would show that this client here that we're working with, it would show that they're ranking 20th. So we just started working with them. The goal is to, over all these different areas, to start to rank higher and higher, getting closer to that one spot. Also, another software that we use that we recommend is called Search Atlas. And what this does is you can actually track your website. You can see which keywords it's ranking for, how to rank higher for your other keywords. So that's something that we highly recommend constantly checking in. You can actually put this to where they call it crawl your website weekly, so you can see which ways you want to improve. It'll show you how to improve your websites, and then it'll also show you the easiest way to start scaling. I could also go into a bunch of other websites that we've built out. Here's one. You can also implement a pop-up page right when somebody lands on your website. They have this form that they can fill out. You can also even include an incentive right here or right under get a quote. You can say obviously a free quote, or you can add something like $1,000 off if you reach out soon. Overall, yeah, adding more CTAs, having your email up here, get a fast quote, in-person projects, like people just want to build that trust. And so having in-person projects in their community projects that you've completed, that builds that trust. So overall, those are some quick tips of how we improve websites and increase rankings for our clients. Remember this massive thing though. A client doesn't buy based off the value they will be given, but the value that they have been given. So on your website, you want to educate them as much as possible and come across like an expert in your space. If you need help doing this, feel free to drop a comment below or reach out. Keep grinding and we'll see you in the next one.